In this lesson, we're going to talk about how to create and apply a normal map created in ZBrush using your high resolution mesh. Now, the first thing we want to do is make sure that we have our UVs laid out in a way where none of the UVs are actually overlapping. Now here you can see that my ears are not appropriately laid out, so I'm going to expect some wonkiness with the ZBrush tool, but you do not want to do this. You want to go ahead and lay out everything so the UVs are not overlapping. And once we have that, we're simply going to collapse all and then save our select our mesh, and for the purposes of this demonstration we're only going to use our head. We're going to export that selected as an OBJ file, exporting to my working head, and for this I'm going to just save that as head UVs laid out. I'm going with the standard export selections, and once that's done, I go over here to Z. The first thing I'm going to do is import the mesh that I just exported from Max into ZBrush. I'll put that right in there, edit, frame it up, and the next thing I'm going to do is right here in geometry I'm going to divide that and create quickly a high resolution mesh. So I'm in subdivision 4 at this point. I'm just going to go ahead in and create skin textures so you can see the application of the normal map when we get that back into Max or Maya. So I've just created a quick high resolution subdivision surface so that we can apply that as a normal map. I'm going to go down to the lowest subdivision surface, and then I'm going to go right down here to normal map. We're going to use the tangent option, and we're simply going to click create normal map, and as you can see it creates it. Next step is to clone that, which sends it to the texture where you can export that. I'm going to export that as my normal map, and then we will go back to Max or Maya and apply that normal map so that you can see how that is affected. Before we go though, I want to make sure that you understand that if your normal map is coming in upside down, you can obviously see your eyes imprinted on your cheeks. Once you get the normal map on, then you need to revisit preferences, import export. There are a number of normal map flipping features in here. Export, flip normals, normal map. Go ahead and play in these export features if you're finding that your map is exporting incorrectly, and then you can go ahead and export that again and be able to map that correctly onto your low poly model. Max file and apply that normal map. So in my material editor, M on the keyboard, I'm going to go ahead into the texture map, and I'm going to write down here in maps, roll that right down. We're going to check the bump section, select none, normal map, OK, and then go ahead and find your normal map. And I'm going to drop that right on there. That is the normal map that I just created, and I'm going to bump this up to 100 so you can see the definition. Now you can actually see that as I dial it up and down or take it on and off, you can see what happens on your texture right there in the viewport. If you do not see it, go up to Views, Show Materials in Viewport, and turn on Hardware Display with Maps, and you'll be able to see the effects of your normal map in your viewport. And it's as simple as that. So once you have that completed, then you can go ahead and save out your file, and we will continue with your other pieces of geometry, or continue sculpting and iterating on your texture map. And then in the next tutorial series, we will talk about rendering for your portfolio.